My name is Alisha Simons. I am a lead teacher in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. I work with infants and toddlers. We take them when they're walking and stable on their feet, so at around 15 months, and my class, they are with me until they are around 36 months, and then they move on. My basic job is to ensure their safety and developmental growth and well-being through planned activities and facilitating play.
So what inspired you to go into the field of early childhood education in the first place?
I think it kind of all started going to work with my mom. My mom was a preschool teacher, so it's something I've been surrounded with my entire life. I just remember really enjoying, as I got older, being able to help the younger kids. And that kind of got me started thinking about it. And in high school, I decided to sign up for the childhood development course, and in turn went into their lab program. So I was involved in that as well. And that program is really what solidified this as my career.
So tell me a little bit more in depth about why you feel early childhood education is so important.
It's absolutely vital. It sets the foundation, and it's the period of the most rapid growth. So you're literally wiring and molding the minds of literally the future, of the people who are going to be running for office, the people who are going to be taking care of others in the doctor's offices, the people who are going to be the first responders, the police officers, the firefighters. All those people that we are so dependent on right now are in my classroom learning and growing.
So does your program serve children on DES scholarships?
Yes, we do.
Well, let's talk about how those scholarships have supported children and families in your program, and if continued payments from DES during the pandemic have been helpful.
The DES program has absolutely been helpful to our families. I can think of several cases where there are families who just would not be able to have quality childcare or quality early education either for their child, would it not be for these programs. And the fact that we are still continuing to receive payment throughout the pandemic, and it has honestly kept us open, kept staff on board and able to return, as we went from a staff of, I believe we were down to 3 or 4 staff members, and now we're slowly adding back up. We're at about 6 right now. We still have a couple who are still out, but without the continuation of the DES program and the payments received from that, I don't know that we would have been able to, 1, stay open to serve the families of essential workers, or 2, if we were to close, be able to reopen at this point.
And just in a nutshell, if anybody happens to watch this who doesn't understand exactly what a DS scholarship is, could you describe what it is?
Yes, the scholarships through DES enable the families based on income to attend the school at either a lesser rate by paying a copay. And it kind of varies with income, but it has provided means for, I know at least one of our families, to completely be able to not have to choose between staying home and having, essentially, because it's a 1 income family, having no income and just staying home with their children, to being able to go to school and work while having their child cared for in an environment that's safe, in an environment where they know they're learning and growing, rather than just being wherever they could find affordable care.
So let's talk about why you enjoy the work of being in the role that you're in.
It is rewarding in so many ways. As many people say, teaching is not one of those glamorous jobs. There's a lot that goes into it behind the scenes. There's not a lot of appreciation and compensation, but I think that when you get to the core of it, what is the true motivator is watching these children have these aha moments for the first time, seeing their face light up for just realizing and making a connection between what happens when you place a ball at the top of a ramp, that it's going to roll down, and that they can do it over and over again. That's like one of the main motivators for me. A couple of the other ones are just being able to know that what I am doing is going to have an impact on the future, that I make a difference, and that I'm part of something that's bigger than myself.
Talk about some of the challenges that you're facing right now.
One of the biggest challenges that we're facing right now is making sure that we can safely open our doors to our families, and properly operate under the CDC guidelines and guidelines that our licensing has put out for us. The biggest factor in that is having access to supplies such as like Clorox, bleach, Lysol, things that typically are so easy for us to get a hold of are a little more difficult now. And we also have to be very careful with the products we use, just due to safety issues and concerns with that. So that, I would say, has to be one of our biggest. The second would probably be supporting our families with financially being able to attend school, because I know several of them have been out of work, and the DES payments, again, have been what's keeping us really afloat right now, to be able to allow parents to utilize our program on a day-by-day basis rather than paying our monthly tuition or weekly tuitions. We've been able to kind of help accommodate that and to kind of relieve some of the stress that I know these families are going through.
So have you discovered any innovative ways that help meet the health recommendations while you're also trying to provide that quality experience for children?
Most of the things that I've implemented, I can't take credit for. I've been pulling from resources from all over the place. I'm part of a group that is open to teachers. It's a forum that's just open to teachers from around the world. So I've been pulling from resources from in there. Parents have posted in there as well, to just kind of pull resources together, what's working for them. I've also looked at national resources such as NACI, just trying to see what is best practice and what can be done and what guidance they are offering nationwide. And then plugging in with both of our state organizations as well. You guys have been amazing at providing us with support and resources, and it's really been what's helping. One of the ones that comes to mind automatically is our new drop-off area. We are lucky enough to have a front gated area, so we are doing curbside pickup. So the parents will pull into our parking lot. They will walk their child up to our door. We have a little doorbell. They will ring our doorbell. They'll be greeted by a staff member. Temperatures are checked at the door, and we can just kind of alleviate some of the traffic through our building to keep our other children safe.
It's new territory, huh?
It sure is.
Yeah. So give a brief update on who you're serving now and how that's going.
Right now, we have opened back up to our full enrollment. The majority of those that are here on a daily basis are from essential worker families or from families who absolutely needed to return to work. We have several that are still out, but we have nurses and grocery store employees. Several of them that have been coming back recently have been families where one or more parents work in construction, because that's starting to pick back up again as well.
Mm-hmm. So what would you like the public to know about early childhood education?
That it is absolutely vital. Like there's no words to describe how important it is, whether it be in a home care facility, a child care facility, one of the state-run Head Start programs, or whether it's just a parent working with their child at home. Those early years of learning really do set the foundation for their future. It teaches them what they need to succeed academically, as well as sets up all their social emotional skills, that they will use in the classroom, on the playground, at home, in their future work life. It's just all around completely essential to make sure that these children are supported and growing.
That's a good investment.
It is.
So is there a silver lining for the profession post-COVID-19, if we ever get there?
I think one of the things that keeps popping into my head is that it's allowing us to get back to the basics of play and togetherness. I know as a mom, when we were at that point where everything was shut down, I was still working, but I had days where I was home, and it just allowed for me to be there and to be present in the moment with my children. And I've noticed in the classroom, it's kind of created this environment where we all need each other. We all need to be present and attentive to each other's needs, and to allow for that playfulness that sometimes gets pushed aside with all the busyness in life.
So what have you personally learned from all this?
Like I said, just to be present in the moment, to take care of others, and to sometimes step outside of yourself and your own beliefs so that you can look at things and truly care for the people around you.